Hey guys, thanks for watching, checking out this video log series. Not vlog, just video log. And I hope you enjoy. This one's going to be about my dad, about my family, and my background.
I still remember when
My parents took a trip to Africa when I was really young, and when they came back, they brought back these little African drums. They went to Kenya specifically, so these little Kenyan drums. And I remember I couldn't stop just beating on those drums, and it was so much fun. I just loved the music. So my dad would play piano and I'd be playing the drum, and then finally they put my older brother into piano lessons, and I had to do everything that he was doing. So I started to take piano lessons. So at 6 I started actually taking lessons doing music. I don't play piano anymore because at 12 there was this wonderful moment where, you know, you're growing up and you decide something's not cool, which now looking back was just dumb, but that's okay. At 12 I was like, man, piano's not cool, but you know what's cool? Guitar is cool. So I bought a guitar and I quit playing piano.
I'll do it for you.
It's The Scientist by Coldplay. It's actually a really fun song to play. Because you use both hands, but it's basically, they're kind of doing the exact same thing. That's why it's not such a difficult song.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
We had an upright piano from like the 1800s, I think, late 1800s. It was quite an old piano. And I remember it had beautiful, like, because it's old, like ivory keys and stuff. And when I was a kid, I was a bit ornery. Therefore, I decided to grab some drumsticks and play the drums on that said piano. And I literally destroyed every single piano key except one. There was one that wasn't wrecked, but I destroyed all of them. I think I did it when my dad was at work one time. So he came home and, well, he wasn't happy. I remember our old house, and he'd be playing at that cool upright piano with the damaged keys, be like dancing and singing. I remember seeing my siblings, they were dancing around playing too. And yeah, it's just always been a part of my life. My family is still very much a big part of my life. We're all really close. We don't talk like every day. We're not that kind of close. It's not constant communication, but for the most part, with like almost with all of the siblings, it's when we talk, there's this knowing that when you're catching up with them, there you are. Like, you know, it's like you can see the other person like instantly, and you know them. It's really nice, and so it's really good to be able to call and catch up. And so whenever I go home, whether it's at Christmas or whenever it's just to visit my family, it's just a really good time. My dad has his piano, and he's playing the piano, and he's got 2 or 3 or 4 guitars, and so several of us will have guitars, and sometimes there's different drums that come out, and just different bass sometimes, and so we'll all just play. And we'll share songs, and so sometimes my dad will bring out, he plays violin now, he plays violin or mandolin. So there's just all these different instruments that are kind of getting passed around, and different people will sing, and yeah, I love being at home. I love hanging out with my family and just playing music. It's just that connection, that bond. It's just, I think that's the beautiful thing about music, is it's such a, it has the ability to be so deep, and just how you can connect with so many different people, like in an instant, in a second, that somebody you may not be able to even have a conversation with, you can connect with instantly through music. With my family, we have plenty to talk about, but it's an instant connection. That's what I love.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
For me, I got to experience different levels of music like really early. It was because my dad was jazz piano. Also, my dad was in a couple different bands when I was younger. And so occasionally he would even have like a band over at the house, like rehearsing. I was specifically crazy child, lots of energy. So I'd have my little drum, and he'd be having a band rehearsal, and I'd just, you know, be going off on that drum. And And I remember the drummer was this really kind guy, and at one point he looked at me and he goes, "So, Josiah, the trick is with the drums, they're the best." He's like, "They're the best. But whenever the music stops and people are talking, you just wait and you don't play then, because it's important to know when to play and it's important to know when not to play." And obviously it was just him telling me, just, "You're being loud, please stop." But he did it in such a way that it was like informative, and it was teaching me about music and about what it's like when you're working with other musicians and with other people.
こんばんは。元気ですか?
It's like there's a time to play, there's a time to rest. And so that was just vital. And so sometimes my dad would be playing piano and he'd kind of look over. And he'd tell the bass player, can you maybe give it this kind of feel? Or he'd tell the drummer, can you actually, instead of hitting it on the 2 and the 4, can you actually just hit it on the 3 instead? We walk amongst It's like, oh, okay. So I learned a lot about how to speak to different musicians and how, in the language, the musical language.
I used to be a face in the crowd. I've been staying out.
So my goal is going to be to do this every week, but it may not always be on the same day. So please subscribe, and yeah, send me your comments and questions, and I'll post it as consistently as I can.
I still remember when I had nothing.